Did you see Jasper Johnson was visiting Illinois over the weekend?
Oh, I did see that on the Papa Shop, calling out
Yeah.
Coach O.
First off, where was the Papa Shot when we were there?
Yeah. I kind of blacked out on my facility tour because I was trying to pinch myself on where I was at.
You blacking out? Never.
Okay, let's not do this.
Never. I can't believe that. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, if there was a Papa Shot, I would have thrown my back out playing it so much. It would like I would have challenged Terrence Shannon to Papa Shot. Do you think I could beat Terrence Shannon in Papa Shot?
No,
See, that's a
I think he's special in Papa Shot.
that's a misread by you though, because real basketball players don't take Papa Shots seriously. They don't have the love for the game.
Yeah, but lefties are special at everything. Like
You act
lefties are, it's just, it works.
you act like I'm not throwing two-handed with my Papa Shot.
I forgot that you do work. I'm gonna need you to refrain from doing that motion, please.
I'm special. Never forget that. Anyway, Jasper Johnson, who's also special, was in Champaign. I love Jasper.
You're out your back on Papa Shot, but you're special on it.
Yeah, I set the record in Nashville. The record still holds. I called.
But you threw out your back doing it.
Correct. I left it all in the field.
Oh, you're right.
Like crazy. I ruined the whole vacation to make sure I got that 104 because 101 was the record and I needed to get there that bonus time. All right. Jasper Johnson has been for a month my favorite player in this class, my favorite guard in this class. I don't know how many times I can say that. I keep saying it, but he keeps visiting. That's why we keep talking about him. Well, now he went to Illinois. It was great to see him at Illinois. There was a lot of smoke over the weekend of like, Brad Underwood, hottest recruiter in the game. There's there's a lot of that vibe going to it. I think Ant Wright put a tweet out today. Shout to Ant, by the way, that was like, he's recruiting at like a Kansas, Kentucky level right now. you okay?
I love my brother Ant, man. I do. Let's pump the goddamn brakes here. Let's actually pump it just slightly, okay? The same recruiting class right now that they were talking about, like Michigan State had a higher recruiting class than Illinois last season. Even outside of that, let's actually give them the credit while not doing it to one of like the greatest to ever do it. Like those Duke and Kentucky classes, they were bringing in at minimum 3 5-stars, 3 of them. That's at minimum before getting the other 2 high 4-star top 40 guys.
I
So
mean,
let's not do that.
hey, Merez and Will Riley and Kasparis is a crazy class. And then you add a Visage to it, but like just those 3, that's a crazy class.
That is a crazy class.
Crazy.
That is one crazy class. That is a class with 1 5-star.
2.
Who's Will Riley and
Merez.
Merez was in a 5-star.
In my heart, he is.
He's in my heart too, but we gotta
In
call it
my
out.
eyes, he is.
In my eyes, he is as well. But
He was on Team USA.
he was.
He's Merez.
Daniel Jacobson was on Team USA too.
And he's good.
And he barely cracked the top 100.
That's a misread. That's a miseval. This isn't a Daniel Jacobson video.
Okay. No. We gotta actually say your one thing really quick here, because I want to make something. I want to just talk classes right here that Ant was kind of alluding to, because I had a tweet favorited.
This isn't what this is. This is supposed to be like, where's Jasper at Illinois or Alabama? And instead,
Okay.
you're doing a dissection takedown of Brad Underwood's actual recruiting abilities after his greatest recruiting weekend in school history.
It is a great start.
Start.
It's a great class it's a great start.
Start.
Get across the finish line.
Get your head out of the sand. Have you seen what Brad's been doing in this league?
He is. He's doing great, but don't pull a hammy on the way to the finish line.
I can't believe this.
Those teams that he was referring to, the mid 2010s. Let's look at some of those classes. Duke, Brandon Ingram, 5-star. Derek Thornton, 5-star. Chase Jeter, 5-star. Luke Kennard, 5-star. That Kentucky teams they're referring to: Scal Labissiere, 5-star. Jamal Murray, 5-star. Isaiah Briscoe, 5-star. Isaac Humphries, 5-star. The only non-5-star, Charles Matthews. Let's keep it pushing.
Killer.
Back to those Duke teams.
No, you made your point. Brad Underwood didn't land Isaac Humphries, Cart. He didn't land Isaac Humphries.
Marvin Bagley, 5-star. Trevon Duvall, 5-star. Wendell Carter, 5-star. Gary Trent Jr., 5-star. Last but not least, those other Kentucky team in the 2010s he was referring to. 5-star Karl Anthony Towns, 5-star Trey Lyles, 5-star Devin Booker, 5-star Tyler Ulis. Jasper Johnson's great, by the way.
You just named a lot of dudes who are less talented than Merez Johnson.
Oh, wow.
Isaac Humphries. Whoa. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Trevon Duvall. My bad.
Bringing up 5 stars.
Excuse me.
Bringing up 5 stars.
All right, so we get it. You don't think Kasparis is good?
No, that's not what I'm getting at all.
Should Kasparis be a 5-star if he was a high school player?
I just want to pump the brakes.
If Kasparis was a high school player, where should he be rated?
I mean, he'd be a 5-star.
Do you believe that Merez should be a 5-star?
I think he should be, yeah.
So they got 3 players that you think should be 5 stars, but you want to do a categoric dissection slandering Brad Underwood's class.
In one class.
I mean, he's had great classes before this.
Has he?
Yeah. All right. This is not what this is about. Do you think this momentum, whether you think the momentum is real or fake, maybe you think it's completely fake. Do you think this momentum gives Illinois a better chance of Jasper Johnson?
It does, because I think of the Coach O connection. But I am a little bit confused about where they're going with this. And I understand that there is, you can play with more than one point guard. You can play with more than one guard. If there's not turnover from the team that's coming up this year and they do get Jasper Johnson, it's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds.
Well, I know where it's going if they get Jasper Johnson.
Where's it going?
Well, the people in the Discord asked me for my body language PhD of the picture of Brad and Jasper together. Big smiles, by the way. Big, genuine smiles. You can tell when a smile's forced. Big smiles on this one. 2 things from the body language PhD on Jasper's picture. Number 1, I think I like it here. I think I like Champaign. I think, it would be fun to play with my Team USA teammates, Jeremiah and Merez. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? 2 guys I got relationships with. 2 guys I rode the bench with. 2 guys I sat and practiced with. We probably bust, not A-Cup, but Trey McKinney's ass in practice. Nobody cared. Tommy Lloyd didn't care. But it'd be fun. Sure would be fun. That's thing number 1. Thing number 2, I think I like this Brad guy. He told me that he would cut everybody on the team the moment I come to campus. That's what, because can we be real about something? Brad doesn't care. Like, Brad, if Jasper Johnson's better than Kylan Boswell, goodbye, Kylan Boswell. Dead ass. Like, that is how Brad operates. And that's something I respect him for. I like that that's how Illinois operates. If you're great, then great. We'll back it up with resources. We will Brinks truck you and make sure that you get a second year like Terrence Shannon did. If you're not that great, all right, we got more guys coming. And look, I do think maybe this says something about a certain player on the Illinois roster. If you're trying to bring in 2 5-star guards, tells me you don't love all the backcourt options you got on this team. And Kylan's great. Kylan should be good. Some other guards on this team that maybe he wasn't super thrilled with. That would be my read on this. Maybe they proved me wrong. I don't know. But look, he got some really stud transfers in this year. He got a lot of youth. He also got some guys I don't really believe in. And it seems like Brad's recruiting as if those guys aren't even on the roster. So we'll see. But I think there's a very real chance here that Jasper ends up in Illinois. I think the concept of him and Fears and Merez is like everything, Cart. That would be my favorite core in the country if that comes to fruition.
Oh, yeah, it'd be beautiful. But I think there might be a 6'10" goofball down in Lexington that might have something to say about it.
Well, he's not in Lexington right now. He's in Alabama.
Oh, he's already been to Lexington.
Yeah, he's been in Lexington.
He is Kentucky. He was born there, born and raised. Georgetown, Kentucky.
Alabama's another program that's on fire right now. Maybe there's like an Alabama Tuscaloosa version of Ant Wright who's tweeting about how Nate Oates is recruiting at a Bill Self, John Calipari rate right now.
Why do I
Like,
feel like there actually is something out there like
that's
that?
who would
There
be
is
like,
something.
what's his name? Roll Tide Willie. Maybe
Yeah.
there's like a Roll Tide Billy or something, and he's just like Nate Oates is prime Bill Self right now.
Well, pull out your crystal ball. Pause.
I will.
Where's Jasper go?
Fuck it. I'm buying the Kool-Aid, man. I'm buying the Kool-Aid, man. I'm also buying the Kool-Aid, man. A big orange man just burst through my wall right now and said, "Oh yeah, we're here." I think Jasper Johnson commits to Illinois in the end. And I think him and Fears and Merez play together. And I think it's special. And by default, I'll be honest, this not just to get everybody off of me jumping on the Illinois bandwagon. I think this year's team is not all that special. I think this year's team is like, okay, all right, we get it. All right, Kylan Boswell is the best player, and I got two guards better than Kylan Boswell coming in. That's what I think this year's team is, and then I think the next year's team is. And I
Yeah,
think they're special when he gets there.
Well, 1 2-year plan. 2 Kasparis. What about Will Riley? What about Trey White?
I think the over-under on those guys being on the Illinois roster a second year from now is over 0.5.
Wouldn't be the first guard to come in and out of the Illinois program.
Yeah. I mean, they lost 11 guys last year, Card. Like, guys are going to leave. I don't think that's a stretch at this point. Two-year plan. Two-year plan? 2-year plan? While we're getting Jasper Johnson on camp? 2-year plan? Really? Like, also, can we not? You know what? I'm all the way in on this because this is my favorite player in the high school class, considering my favorite program right now. Consider this. Consider this, Cart. What was the best team in Illinois history?
The team with Iowa?
No. No. The best team in Illinois history. God, you in Illinois lore. Horrible.
Last year's Illinois team?
The dude you look like.
Darren Williams?
Yes. D. Brown, Luther Head, Darren Williams. The best team in Illinois history. Arguably the best team in the Big Ten in a very long time.
Yeah.
What was special about them?
They had 3 killer guards.
They had 3 killer guards. You really telling me that Kylan Boswell and Jasper Johnson and Jeremiah Fears couldn't work out with Merez in the front court? Just get one other killer alongside him that's a stretch 4 or a 5? That'd be awesome.
I would like to go on record that would not work.
I think it would work fantastic. And if it happens, I want to also go on record and say Jasper Johnson's by far the best player on the team.
I agree with that. It's not working.
Why?
You know, I'm not one to, I guess, break down what I thought those guys on that Luther Head team like where we're at mentally. But I thought there was a very clear pecking order on that team, and all 3 guys accepted pecking order and were okay with it. The 3 guys you're asking to do all this pecking order thing with, I think every guy on there wants to be one.
I think Jasper and Jeremiah agreeing to even be on the same team would indicate that's not true.
Well, first they got to indicate that.
You're right. I think they liked being on Team USA together, riding the bench.
I do too. If Illinois is going to get, well, they already got Jeremiah, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Jasper commits, both those 2 will not be on campus. I can't wait for this to be clipped and shoved in my face when it happens.
What 2?
One of Jasper or Jeremiah will not be playing for the lineup.
I completely I think it would be Kylan that happens to.
Kylan leaves after transferring there, the Champaign kid?
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'd be bummed too. But like, I think it's much more likely that Brad.
I think it's more likely a player that's not even on the team yet that can just a high level 5-star kid.
I know what you're doing.
Go somewhere else.
I know what you're doing.
What?
I know what you're doing.
I know what you think I'm doing. I promise you I'm not.
This is a Carter Elliott scare tactic. That's what when you get a little threatened, when you get a little like, oh, I'm actually afraid of Brad Underwood suddenly recruiting really well. When you get a little scared, when that tail goes up, when you get a little scared, you resort to like completely downplaying everything, like very aggressively. And then you resort to like, well, I mean, one of them was in Michigan State Spartan shorts at the Breslin Center over the weekend.
Oh no, that had nothing to do with it.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Really?
That theory would hold up if I thought there was any chance in this God-given earth that Michigan State could get Jeremiah Fears, but there is a negative chance.
They don't love what's happened to his brother in East Lansing?
No, it has nothing to do. Two separate situations.
I like
Two
making
separate
faces
players.
at you. Okay. All right. You're right. They are two different humans.
Yeah, they are.
Where's Jasper Johnson going?
Kentucky.
Really? So you think Mark Pope's going to go head to head with Brad Underwood, Nate Oates, and win?
Yep.
I used to believe that. I don't anymore. The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.